Laws. Let's talk about them. Hello everyone, my name is Dallas May, and we are in week 15 of my speech class. And we are going to have this persuasive speech on law. Now there are a lot of laws out there. Some of them are changing, some of them aren't. Let's talk about them. Should those who are caught driving after consuming alcohol lose their driver's licenses for 1 year? Well, my brother-in-law got arrested for drinking while driving. So, I say maybe a few months. They should lose their licenses for a few months, but a year? That's kind of hard to debate. It depends, really. I mean, did they hit anyone? Did they damage anyone's vehicle? Did they kill someone? Run them over? If they're just drinking in general, I'd say a few months is pretty fair. But for a year, they'd probably have to sideswipe someone to probably get something like that. Let's move on. Should it be illegal to drive while talking on the phone? Ooh, this is another big one to debate. I don't own a cell phone, so I wouldn't know. I mean, a lot of people are out there texting on their phones while driving, not paying attention to the road, so I'd say yeah, it should be. Because you gotta have to be focused on the road and whatnot to avoid head-on collisions with other vehicles or accidentally hitting someone. Let's see. Should illegal music and movie downloads be prosecuted? I'm not sure. It depends how they downloaded it and if it's really, really bad. Uh, do you believe illegal immigrants should be allowed to apply for driver's licenses? No. No. Illegal immigrants should not be allowed to apply for driver's licenses. And that's a good reason, because, one, they came into the U.S. illegally. If they want to come into the U.S., all they have to do is just get papers and all that paperwork that they need and just come into the U.S. legally. I mean, no one learns. Quit coming into the U.S. illegally. I mean, all you need is some paperwork and maybe a little bit of money and you can get through the border easily. I mean, it's so much easier and not as dangerous. Let's see here. Should motorcyclists have to wear helmets? That is 100% a true fact. Motorcyclists should always wear a helmet. Because, one, if you get into a car wreck and you go flying, if you have that helmet on, it's going to save your ass. Because if you fall and land on your head, you just might crack your head open. And believe me, that's something you don't want. People over 65, should they be required to take a biannual driver's test? I do not know. I don't know what a biannual driver's test is. I'm guessing it's like a blindness test or something like that. Oh wait, that's not an I, that's a L. I'm guessing that's a blindness test. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they should. Because as people get older, their eyesight does get bad sometimes. So yeah. Should the driving age be raised to 21? Nah. I could see it being like 18. Some 16 to 18-year-olds, they can take driving tests and stuff, but for it to be raised to 21? Nah. Nah. They should be learning to drive at the age of 16 and 18 and then maybe get their license, but to learn to drive at the age of 21? Mm-mm. Should assault weapons be legal? That is a big one. I never really shot an assault rifle before. I mean, I sort of held one. And before you ask, no, it was not fully automatic, it was semi-automatic. But the question is, should they be legal? Well, they have been used in numerous cases and numerous crimes, so it's kind of hard to debate. I think people with specific licenses, like law enforcement and maybe military backgrounds, now, the people that are really qualified for that, I think they should mostly be the ones to allow assault weapons. But for like an 18-year-old or a 16-year-old or any person under 21, I don't really think they should own assault weapons because, well, obvious reasons. Uh, I don't think they should be like considered illegal. At least not for those who are really, really qualified to handle them. Should known gang members be prohibited from public parks? That is a pretty big debate there. I mean, if the gang members have, depends on what kind of background they have. I mean, if they just have like graffiti or aggravated assault charges or misdemeanors or something, I could probably see the appeal for them to not be prohibited. But if they have like a terrible, terrible background, like being a pedophile, for example, yeah, no, no. If they got a background like that or being a murderer or something, definitely not. They should not be anywhere near a public park if they have a background like that. They shouldn't be anywhere near it. Do you think it should be illegal for people to curse on TV during daytime? Well, it depends on the show, really. I mean, if it's like in a movie or TV show, I don't really see much problem with it. I mean, that if that's the way the movie or show is scripted, then so be it. Now, if it's like a kid's show or something, no. No. If it's on live TV, that is a big debate there now. If it's on live TV, kids could see that and pick up the language, and that's something parents out in the world don't want. But on the other hand, it's a really big debate there. I mean, if somebody gets hurt on television and they curse about it or something, yeah, I could see the appeal. But if it's like something like on the news or some public event or something, no, I don't think they should curse at all. And if they have to, curse off camera. But as for like in shows in TV, like The Walking Dead or Friday the 13th or Aliens games or Aliens franchise or something, if it's any horror game or adult comedy or something like that, then yeah, I could see cursing being a thing in TV, yeah. And it depends on what time the movie or shows really air. I mean, in my opinion, if the movies or shows are scripted that way, then so be it. But if it's like a kid's show or something kids normally watch, then no, it shouldn't be allowed at all. As for the other law debates, they are really tough debates. I mean, the motorcyclist helmet, The people over 65, the driving while using a cell phone, downloading illegal music and all that. Those are all pretty tough debates. I mean, in some cases. But as for the ones where should assault weapons be legal and should the driving age be raised to 21, those are all really hard debates, really. I mean, I don't make the laws. I'm just giving my opinion on them. As for the assault weapons thing, I never have fired a assault rifle like I said before. I have held one, and they're cool. AR-15s, AKs, all that, right? Well, how old do you have to be to own one? And do you have a special, like, permit or license to own one? Then, yeah, I could see that as an appeal. But if you're like 18 or something, trying to buy one, no, I don't think that's a good idea. No. Mm-mm. Because there's a lot of obvious reasons why owning a AR-15 or AK as an 18-year-old is a bad idea. Now, if they were like in special forces training or police training or anything like that, I could see the appeal. Because they're more qualified to own these kind of firearms. And more qualified to use them. So anyway, this is my thoughts on some of these laws. Some of them are getting pretty interesting. Anyway, this is Dallas May, signing off.